Hello, my name is Drew Olson, and I will be describing the first part of the Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. The first part of the Joy Luck Club focuses on the backstory of the women. The first chapter of the Joy Luck Club describes Jingmei Wu's first experience playing mahjong with the women of the Joy Luck Club. The second chapter, Scar, describes Anmei Hsu's experiences growing up with her grandparents. The third chapter, The Red Candle, describes Lin Dozhang's experience with prearranged marriage. All of these chapters have one thing in common: loss of family. Jingmei Wu lost her mother and is asked to take her place at the mahjong table. Anmei loses her parents, and Lin Dozhang loses her family when they move away when she is 12. This shows that family is very important in Chinese culture because all women describe their experiences with losing family. Family was not important to Chinese culture. All of the women would not have described it, since losing your family is very traumatic. Many of the women would have described it, but not all of them. In the first chapter, Jingmei Wu Mother describes her life story. The flashback shows the reader Jingmei Wu's mother also had a traumatic experience in her childhood. When she was a girl, she was married to an army officer deployed in Kuailin. She was very well off, even though most of the people were very poor. She started hosting weekly parties where 4 people played mahjong. Eventually, the Japanese invaded Kuailin, and she had to evacuate, leaving behind all of her belongings and her 2 children. The second chapter describes Anmei Hsu's experience being raised by her grandparents. Her grandparents tried to remove all references to her mother, but one day, her mother comes back. But Anmei does not believe that her mother is actually back. Eventually, she comes to recognize her mother, but when she sees her mother cutting herself to save Anmei's grandmother. The third chapter describes Lin Dozhang's experiences with an arranged marriage. She is told who she is going to marry at age 22. When her family moves away, she stays with her future husband's family, who are very harsh. On the wedding night, she secretly extinguishes the candle which is supposed to burn all night. The candle represents the eternal bond between husband and wife. She eventually thinks of a plan that will get her kicked out of the house, which works, and she is freed of her marriage bonds. And that is my analysis of the first part of the Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Thank you very much.